19 investigates with new developments on a former police officer now under fire for his involvement in a deadly pursuit.
And this former officer has allegedly made a habit of driving away from crashes after beginning a pursuit. Our Brian Duffy is here with the very latest on the charges. Brian.
Yeah, a grand jury, guys, has indicted Larry McDonald on new criminal charges this week in connection with the crash that killed a 20-year-old man 2 years ago. This is not the first time the former East Cleveland officer has been accused of lying about a pursuit.
You wasn't behind no car on alcohol, was you?
Yeah. Why? What happened?
They crashed at St. Clair.
I wasn't behind. I turned around.
Except former East Cleveland police officer Larry McDonald was behind that car. 19 Investigates first showed you this body camera footage last spring of a short chase that ended in a bad crash near East 152nd and St. Clair in Cleveland.
I knew he was going to do that.
Instead of stopping to help, the officer laughed, turned his cruiser around, and drove straight to a bar. McDonald resigned last year and was later charged with multiple felonies in connection with this case. And now, 19 Investigates has learned he is facing new felony charges for another pursuit that happened in March of 2022. This is surveillance video of 20-year-old Teron Brown slamming into several vehicles at a Euclid dealership before taking out an RTA bus shelter. Brown died at the scene. Records show McDonald was there too, but he didn't say he had been chasing Brown. His new charges include records tampering, telecommunications fraud, obstructing official business, and dereliction of duty. McDonald is scheduled to be arraigned on May 3rd. All right, now in that other crash where McDonald laughed and left the scene, a second East Cleveland officer was also charged. Anthony Holmes remains on administrative leave while his criminal case is pending in court.